Yeah. Put it in the trailer and shut the door. I said, Joe, not happening.
We had a ball back there. You know what I'm telling you? And me and Joe, we always talk shit to each other. We always got along. You know? Now, you know, then if somebody would bother him at the track, he'll tell you who would be jumping over there in the middle with him.
Ain't like it used to be, is it?
No, these are new guys. These guys are sad, man. You know, they ain't no loyalty, you know? We cheated and we knew we was cheating. You know? We knew it, you know? We knew we was cheating. So it was good racing, you know? You knew what you was getting into. But nowadays, these dudes got they too serious about it.
Yeah,
you know, but I understand the money part, that it takes a lot of money to do it, but they don't want to have no fun, you know? You know, I was on the West Coast, these guys was out here, and we would literally call each other and talk head to each other, and come to the races and have fun. We raced, and then at the end of the day, we were cool. Yeah. And then especially when we used to do St. Louis, we come up there, and we have a ball up there.
Oh, Gateway?
Yeah, we had a ball up there with the no-bar bikes and all that stuff. What was we at?
I forget.
And he was riding a pro stock bike. This was in the 80s. I was riding one. The guy who he was racing, Ken had like a tenth and a half on me. So I said, okay, well, you know, so we bet a few dollars and we came up there and they made this rule off of me. Ken come up there and do the burnout. Whoa! I do my burnout. Whoa! Ken come up there and stage. Whoa! And I look over at him. And Ken looked back at me like, oh, is he looking at me? I said, he looks back and he looks over at me again. Like that. And then Ken was like that, and he, whoa, bang, I'm gone.
Did you beat him?
So we get to the end of the track, me and Ken laughing about it. The guy who Ken bike he was riding, he come down there with tie downs. And him and my guy getting in a fight, me and Ken laughing like we had to run over there and break these guys. We had to go down there and break these guys up. Now, was that crazy or not?
That was Dave the Farmer's bike.
Yeah, me and Ken was
a crazy son of a bitch.
And we was like, dude. And Ken was like, you got me.
That was Gainesville.
Man, that was we go way back, you know. And then that's what I'm trying to tell Jones, and he want me to get on the bike. Then, you know, it wouldn't be fair to these youngsters.
Kent might get on a bike. What if Kent gets back on a bike?
I'm talking about it.
Are you really?
I just won a 6-second pass. When I got off, I ran 7:25.
Really?
Yeah, that's the last time I rode a bike.
Well, how fast have you been?
Man, I just won a 6-second pass. Two things in my career. I done did everything I want to do with a bike. If it had to be a motorcycle decathlon, I'm your guy. I done did it all. But two things. I didn't go 7s on the no-bar bike and didn't go 6s. I went 7 flats, 8 O's, a gang of them. So I want to get back on a no-bar bike just to get in the 7s. Then I'll be ahead of Joe by miles, you know?
Joe, you ain't been on a bike in a long time.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not going to tell my personal business. Then Tommy won't race me for sure.
Well, I seen you go in the 7s before, Joe, so I know you there already, but that was then, you know, that was then.
So,
you know,
what are you doing about the stock class?
Kurt and I are teaming up this year. It's gonna be Stotz Racing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna come to all the races together.
We'll be at all your races.
What about the stock class, Kent?
I like it.
Was the Honda CBR 1000 going to be in it?
You know, it's not even coming to the showrooms till June. Europe has it now. We get it in June, and we get the detuned version. The problem is,
Or 219 or 209 horsepower.
That's the European tuner.
I didn't know that.
And the Bosch, they use a Bosch just like the BMW. Very hard to manipulate, not friendly at all.
So you wouldn't put Frankie on that bike?
Well, I would, but I mean, I just read the rules the other day.
Right.
You can't use aftermarket ECU.
Correct.
And I think that's a good rule. But I have no idea whether that Honda, if you're going to be able to get in it or not.
Put a power commander on it.
You talk to Brock. Brock's nightmare issues with the BMW and the Bosch system that controls it is possibly going to be the same thing with the Honda.
Gotcha.
I've got calls in the Honda. I can't find any of this out till the first of the year.
So what bike's the way to go, you think, for the class?
Well, the Honda. Well, obviously, if you can unleash the horsepower they made in Europe, that's a no-brainer. We just got to get Brock or somebody to make a clutch mod.
But they're hard to ride, I heard.
What I want to know is,
Well, anything with 219 horsepower and 56 inches is hard to ride.
can you powder coat an old Blackbird swing arm and put it on?
The rule was 57 inches. Didn't say nothing about changing swing on.
Yeah, stock class we're having next year.
Yeah.
Stock everything. You can put a header on it with a pipe. You can lower it to 2 inches, and you
Never got
can.
in trouble with it.
You know,
That's it.
I said, did you get the text I sent?
You sent
I
to me?
sent it to you, Phil Davis, Jason Miller, anybody that might have something to do with the rules on this. Joe knows as well too. When we first started in Pro Straight, what we call it, Ultimate Shootout back then or something.
Street bike shootout.
Street bike shootout. The problem was guys were doing a lot of actual street bikes when they'd come down and blow apart a stock oil pan.
Oh, yeah, but I talked to you about this. Remember, no sidewinder, so the lowest part on your bike is going to be the header. If the bike hits, if the bottom line, it's going to be the header, not the
Yeah?
The drain plug might stick through.
Oh, and we did allow the APE flat drain plugs. That's allowed.
Okay, well,
but the
that's
lowest
only
part on the
thing.
bike, yeah.
Whether we wind up racing in class or not, what I don't want is, I think
Oil
this
down.
is a fantastic class. Finally, the rider's back in the
Yes.
equation.
Yes.
When we were, that's what it was. I said this to a lot of people. Don't you think, in '95 when we first started, don't you think if you put Keith Dennis on any bike that qualified in the top 10, he's going to make it to the finals?
More likely, yes.
Today, you put
Jeremy.
Jeremy Teasley on a top 10 bike. Let's say he's number 8th or 7th or 8th. Can his riding get him to the final? No.
Say no. It's electronics.
Everything's automated. And my bike's as automated as it gets because it's allowed, and it does make you go faster and more consistent.
He does
But
get the
I love to see a class come back
True
with
rider.
the rider. I prided myself on my riding ability. You know, I hope it was good. But today, I think the rider's 20%.
Bike's
and
the rest.
the bike and the tuner going to the lanes is 80.
And I think
It was
that's-
just the opposite 20 years
And
ago.
I think the standalone's killing it. I was really thinking about taking the standalones, ECUs, and taking them out of some of my classes, like Street ET. Those bikes
Oh,
with
okay.
standalone. I'm thinking about taking that out and you're riding the bike and tuning the bike. So, you know,
How will that affect Street ET?
I don't think the Street ET bike for beginners. I just think that the guys in there now have bikes where you can control your timings all in the computer. You know,
Okay.
take that out, stock ECUs, run the class. So, but I do think that the true stock class, the super stock they were calling it,
Right.
everything's stock, hand clutch, you can mod it, nothing else. Put a pipe on it, there you go.
No sliders, no nothing.
No, nothing.
None of that.
You can put heavy springs in it, but it's a stock wheelbase stock motor bike. I don't know why you put heavy springs in it. I don't know.
All right, my friend Joe here.
He read the rule book.
Now, the road racing equivalent, do you remember Kerry Andrews?
Oh, sure.
Joe and Kerry are the equivalent of drag racing and road racing partners. You remember what Kerry Andrews did in the super stock class?
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
What did he
It's
do?
brilliant. Now you have to run a stock airbox.
Right, I'll tell that.
He put a bladder, like a rubber bladder, in the airbox, heated the shit out of the airbox with a torch, but not in any one area that would melt it,
Right.
and blew up that air bladder and expanded the
Pressure.
airbox. His airbox was bigger than everybody else, but it was a factory freaking airbox.
It's legal.
I thought it was beautiful. And this is the kind of shit that Joe comes up with that I love racing against.
I do.
I'm like, all right,
Push the
now
rules.
I gotta outbeat Joe. How am I gonna do this?
We had a lot of fun back then.
That was a lot of fun.
And then especially when Joe took Keith and then they would put that dry ice in the airbox and they'd be sitting there in the pits in the staging lanes and all, it was like it's on fire.
Hey, let's don't forget staging with the rear wheel now.
Oh, that was the best ever.
Who did it?
Joe did this. Now listen, everybody was trying to be the first bike in the 9s, right? Nobody done it. and they were really close.
10-0-0.
10-0-0. And all of a sudden,
We gotta do it.
all of a sudden, Shine gets up there, bam, 969. We're like, what the hell? And like, we all know, all right, it's Joe. But how the hell did he do it? It was, I'm in a lot of inner circles. I didn't find out how he did it until almost 7 years later. Check this out.
It counted?
Well,
John St. Pierre was announcing. He was like,
It was-
went at 148 and then 969.
None of the numbers matter. Here's how he did it, folks. It was beautiful. Again, this was kind of a grudge race. It was not sanctioned.
Right.
All right? But the whole crowd was allowed near the starting line. So as Joe has him stage, he comes up, and then he pats Keith, and he backs off. But the crowd was so close, it didn't look like Joe was that close to him, and he stuck his foot in the beam. His frickin' foot is in the beam. It turns green. Keith takes off. He pulls his foot out of the beam, but just a little bit too late because of 969. It took me 7 years before CJ finally told me how the hell he did it.
Where was that?
Where was Rockingham. Rockingham. We're all like, all right, the number's real.
See, Tommy?
What?
We need you back. That's what we need.
Why? You know, just a regular old guy.
Did you ever get caught? You ever get caught doing anything?
No, he would never tear down. He shut the trailer door. They looking at him.
I only shut my trailer door one time.
Was that when you had the heavy front wheel?
I did it.
I forgot about that.
That was legal at the first race and outlawed by the second race.
That's the same thing they told me about all my parts on my 600. It was legal until we
Joe
decided to tear it down.
Well, you know what's the first thing? When he was teching for you, my son's like, why do we have to pull the forks off? Because the assholes that did it before us, we got to pull the forks. But Joe's right, pull the forks off. You set a record, pull the trams out.
Yep, that's what we did.
And at first he was like, well, this is boring. No, this is real tech.
One thing I don't like, though, I don't like doing that in the middle of a class.
No, you shouldn't.
So when
You
somebody wait till the end of the race on Sunday.
Especially with forks, it's real easy.
Yeah, but
You
the
can
problem
mark it.
is if you're found dirty, what happens to all the people you already beat in the class? That's what we're trying to figure out for the
That's
new
one of
class.
the problems.
We gotta
That's like
figure out.
that.
Well,
That's
Joe
the world
knows
finals. Who was that guy? The Ronnie Mitchell had heavy forks on his bike. And Ronnie Mitchell ratted them out. He won the race, set the record at 7:21.
Larry McBride.
The guys who down from the south guy, the black guy. And the bike was fast, but it was a grudge bike that he brought to the world class. He really didn't expect to go as far as he did.
Right.
So he wasn't going to change his bike around just to do this. He figured he'll be out first or second round. He wound up going a lot of rounds. Well, he had heavy forks. They weighed it and they said, okay, don't do that anymore. I'm like, he just set the national record, won the race, and you're telling him don't do that anymore?
They took the record, though.
No, it was still in the books. Wow. That was wrong.
Yeah, we can't do that. But the only problem I'm having now in the new class, I really like it.
I do too.
I really like it. I want tech to be easy. We're going to have a dyno out there. I think the easiest way to tech is going to be a dyno. You guys can look at a stock bike, look at the mile per hour and say, hey, something ain't wrong with it. Something ain't right
Well,
with that.
that's easy enough to fix. You can kill mile an hour just at 1,300 feet to go like this, and you'll kill 3.
Well, this looks like he did yesterday.
But your ET
He
will
does a
still
good
be
job
faster than
of
anybody else's.
Yeah, but if you dyno that bike and you look at the horsepower and it's 224,
Right,
you
well-
know something's wrong.
You just can't count on mile an hour to say we better put that bike on the dyno, because they can kill that real easy.
Yeah, so the only thing that worries about this class is tech. That's the only thing that be a little concerned is me no tech.
You know, eventually that's where it all goes, unfortunately. There's just no easy way. I'm glad you guys do it, because I wouldn't want to have to put on a race. But you could be tech. Don't be tech, because then we can't race against each
He
other.
already said that. We're not going to have him tech. He wants to.
What worries about you about tech is having to leave the track at 9 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
He spent more time in our trailer than he did at yours.
My dad spent more time in that track. Fritz the cat was all over the place.
He was a lot of fun.
Good old days, huh? Yeah, but I was hoping to see Frankie in the stock class. I was hoping the CBR was 1,000 be out.
June at the earliest, and even then,
Gotcha.
So 2019 won't do it, right?
What do you mean?
They're older CBR.
No, it's the same as 2016.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So it changed 420.
In June, they'll come out with the 2020.
Right next to me.
Just get you one.
Or they're going to go out the 20. They're coming out with the 2021 in June.
Get your bladder, heat the air box up.
This looks like it's a home tool.
That's the one thing. On the Suzukis, I can get away with some stuff. But once I signed with Honda, right in their contract, if I ever get caught cheating, my contract's null and void. I wasn't going to take that chance.
It's not working.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
don't nobody come to the races with cheaters and losers.
Cheaters and losers.
What the hell? That's the only people come to the races. Cheaters and losers. Don't nobody else come?
Well, if you're not going to let him lower it, he won't even reach the ground.
Oh, he can. He can go to 2 inches. He's over 150 pounds.
Okay.
So he can go down to 2 inches. Frankie never say 3. Just to keep it, you know, balance that weight out a little bit. Ryan will be 3 or 2 inches. And so will Ricky.
Who came up with this?
Cecil came up with it, called me, asked me if I could consider it. I jumped on the rules, explained the rules with Joe. We talked about it. He said, Brian, I want to run it in 2 or 3 of your series. I want to run it in Jason's 2 races, you 2 races, Man Cup 2 races, and figure out a way to get 10 races in. We're only going to count the top 8. And after I look at the rules and talk to people, I'm going to run the whole series.
Cool.
This is my series. He can pick any 2 he wants to for his points, but I want to run the whole series.
All right, cool.
And I'm telling you though, I think the up-and-coming class is 460.
Yeah, I think
Well, the 460 class is going nuts.
It's crazy.
There's 40 entries down in Valdosta.
Crazy. And now there's no bar at 460.
Hey, tell Keith that's only an 8th mile.
460.
I think the 460 would be good.
No bar at 460.
No bar 460.
There's
How many bikes do you think you can get to
We
cover
have
that?
3. We have 3 right now. Jeff Dalton's Turbo. All the Pro Street bikes aren't where
Right.
they need to be anymore.
Right.
To run with you guys.
You're actually right. There's a bunch of turbo boosters that could run the 460 that can't cut the number in Pro Street. Well, that's how the 460 got classed. They're all pro mod bikes.
That's where you go.
That couldn't cut the
That's
number.
actually good.
Yeah.
You got a 460 bike that can't run the new numbers, you know, 50s.
There's a ton of turbo Pro Street bike boosters out there.
So
Do it. I don't think you should try and compete in that area. I don't think anybody can. We were in Valdosta, and they were having a hard time getting that track to work. And I don't know if Jason Miller could or couldn't. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that's the area to try and go one-on-one with them. We can still run the number at Indy with, is Kyle threatening? Kyle just takes a little bit longer for the track to come around. The difference is, like at Jason's track, we get there Thursday night in Tallahassee. We can actually unload and run 420s to the 8. Kyle doesn't even get there until Friday.
right.
So we can't start testing until about the second round of qualifying. And by the last round, you got to get ready for your race tune-up. So it's just less time. The track is just as
But by
good.
Saturday,
By Saturday, let it go. I'm fine with that. So
We can do cars or bikes.
I'll tell you what
Now,
you do.
cars or bikes.
I'll tell you what you do. Bring you a couple of them no-prep cars to Brian's race. And we'll bring 2.
No, come on down there. We got to do the no prep down there.
We're going to do them at Brian's race.
No, we're going to do them in Oklahoma. Come on. Brian just told us.
We got rules with your no-prep.
No, we don't. Ken came down there and won.
No, not bikes, cars.
No, come on down there. Come on down there. We got a street. We got a street. We got a street.
We'll bring a couple no-prep cars.
I go over there and talk to Ryan Martin in a second.
Go ahead.
You know, we just come on out
Just
there
tell
to
him
our
we just
street.
need the brake. He's got a turbo car. Is that fireball guy?
Yeah, you got he lets everybody leave anyway, so he got the brake natural. You know,
Come on down.
and then I'm gonna flag the race.
Okay. We don't need a flag when you get the brake.
Dude, you got to get lined up. You got to get lined up, and you got 7 seconds to move.
yeah, what do you need a flagger for?
You got to get them lined up. Bring them in.
He's just
See,
like-
Tree touch
no,
that, doesn't it?
we talking about no prep on the street. We talking about street.
They don't want to bring the cars on the track. They really don't.
My guys
But these
test
are no
over there at
prep
my
cars.
track. We got no prep. We don't even start at the starting line. We go out about 60 foot. Go past the 60 foot, then that's where they start flacking.
We got a couple guys that like to do that stuff. They're not as fast as your guys.
Yeah, you see my
Say that again, Joe.
Yeah, see this, Tom? Can you get a couple of them guys cover Ryan race?
I had to talk to him.
We'll race from the back to the front.
That's the way we do it. We don't even have to do it. We can do it in Oklahoma.
No, we want to do it in Indy.
No,
Iggy's got a real long back.
Yeah.
we can do it. Let's do the first one in Oklahoma.
Not on your street. Where we can practice.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off. Joe.
Take care.
What?
Sorry, dude.